Hello friends. On the 14th May 2020, in the Income Tax Act, very important changes taken place for the financial year 2020-21, which is relating to reduction in the rate of TDS and TCS. So in this video, we will discuss those changes in detail. I am Siajeedi Patel and you are watching Srihari Tax Mentors. So let's start it. New TDS and TCS rates are applicable from 14th May 2020. In that, first one is Section 192, which is applicable for the payment of salary. When you are making payment to your employee towards salary, then Section 192 will be attracting. So, what is the limit for deducting the TDS? When you need to deduct the TDS? So, when the income of your employee is exceeding his basic exempted limit, which is 2.5 lakhs, then you need to deduct the TDS. And what will be the rate? So, rate will be the normal slab rate, which is applicable for the individual. At that rate, you need to deduct the TDS. And there is no change in the rate of TDS from the 14th May 2020 for Section 192. The next is Section 193. So when it will be applicable? It will be applicable for the payment of interest on security. So what do you mean by interest on security? When the company has issued the debentures, preferences like that kind of security, then if they are paying the interest on such security, then Section 193 comes into the play. So what is the limit when you need to deduct the TDS? So when you are making such interest payment for exceeding 10,000 rupees, then you need to deduct the TDS. So what will be the rate at which you will be deducting the TDS? So that rate is 10%. It was there and now it has become 7.5% for the financial year 2020-21. Then next is Section 194, which is applicable for the payment of dividend. So when the company is declaring the dividend, then Section 194 comes into the play. So what is the limit to deduct the TDS for the 194? So when you are making payment to the individual for exceeding amount rupees 2500, then you need to deduct TDS under Section 194. And what was the rate? So rate was there 10% and now it has become 7.5%. Next is Section 194A, which is applicable for the interest other than interest on securities. So what do you mean by interest other than interest on securities? So when you have taken loan from the bank or private party, or bank is giving interest on the deposit whatever you are having with the bank, then this section will come into play. So let's see what is the limit for this section. When you are making payment to the individual other than senior citizen for more than 10,000, then you need to deduct TDS under this section. And if you are making payment to senior citizen, then the limit is 50,000. If you are making payment more than 50,000 to the senior citizen, then you need to deduct TDS under Section 194A. So what is the rate for deducting this TDS? The rate is 10% and now it has become 7.5%. Then next is Section 194C. So when it will be applicable? It will be applicable when you are making payment to a contractors and subcontractors. Then if you see the limit, you can see that there are two limits, 30,000 and 1 lakh. So when 30,000 will be applicable and 1 lakhs will be applicable. So in that, if you are making any payment for a single bill more than 30,000, then you need to deduct TDS under Section 194C. And even though all the payment of your bills are less than 30,000 during the year, but during the year aggregate of your total bill towards one party is more than 1 lakh, then you need to deduct TDS under Section 194C. So if you see the rate of tax, that is 1% for the individual and HUF and 2% for the other than individuals and HUF, which has now become 0.75 for individual and HUF and 1.5 for other than individual and HUF. The next is Section 194H. So when it will be applicable? It will be applicable when you are making payments towards commission or brokerage, then you need to deduct TDS under Section 194H. So what is the limit to deduct TDS under Section 194H? So it is when you are making payment more than 15,000 in a year towards commission or brokerage, then you need to deduct TDS under Section 194H. Then if you see the rate, so existing rate was there 5% and now it has reduced to 3.75%. The next is Section 194I, Clause A. So when it will be applicable? It will be applicable when you are making payment for the rent of plant and machinery. And if you see the limit, if you are making payment for rent more than 2,40,000 during the year, then you need to deduct TDS under section 194I clause A. And if you see the rate, so existing rate was there 2% and now it has reduced to 1.5%. The next is section 194I clause B. So it will be applicable when you are making payments towards rent for the immovable properties. So what do you mean by immovable properties? It means land, building, or like that kind of things. If you are making payments toward all those things, then you need to deduct TDS under section 194IB. So what is the limit to deduct TDS? So if you are making payment for rent towards immovable property exceeding rupees 2.4 lakhs in the year, then you need to deduct TDS under this section. And if you see the rate, existing rate it was there 10% and now it has become 7.5%. Then next is section 194IA, which will be applicable when you are making payment for the acquisition of immovable property. So when you are purchasing land or building, then this section will comes into play. So what is the limit? So if you are making payment toward the acquisition of immovable property exceeding rupees 50 lakhs, then you need to deduct TDS under this section. And if you see the rate, it was 1% before and now it has become 0.75%. Then next is 194IB. So it will be applicable for the payment of rent by individual HUF. So when the individual or HUF is making payment towards the rent, then this section will comes into play. And if you see the limit, if that person is making payment toward the monthly rent for more than 50,000, then they need to deduct TDS under this section. And if you see the rate, existing rate, it was there 5% and now it has become 3.75%. Then next is section 194J. So which will be applicable for the payment towards the fees for the professional and technical service, royalties and etc. And then if you see the limits, it will be applicable when you are making payment towards such services exceeding rupees 30,000 during the year, then you need to deduct TDS under this section. And if you see the rate, there are two rates, 2% and 10%. So 2% is applicable for the payment to the call centers and 10% is applicable to the payment to others. And now if you see the new rates, 2% has become 1.5% and 10% has become 8%. Now next section is 194M, which is applicable for the payment to commission, brokerage, etc. by individual or HUF. So now if individual or HUF is also making payment for the commission or brokerage, then they need to deduct TDS under this section. So if you see the limit, when you are making payment exceeding rupees 50 lakhs, which is huge limit, if you are making such payment, then you need to deduct TDS under this section. And if you see the rate of tax, it was there 5% and now it has become 3.75%. Now next we will be discussing about the sections relating to tax collected at source. So what do you mean by TCS? That means when you are selling any goods, you need to collect some of the tax from your buyer. So that is basically the concept of TCS. So let's see the sections relating to TCS. So now in this first section is 206C subsection 1, which is basically talks about the requirement of TCS for the selling of many items. So in that one, first item is the sale of tendu, which is basically used for the preparing the BDs. So for that existing rate of TCS was there 5% and now it has become 3.75%. So if you are selling the tendu leaves, then you need to collect TCS at the rate of 3.75%. Then next one is the sale of timber obtained under a forest list. So if you have obtained the timber under the forest list and you are selling that timber, then you need to collect the TCS. So for that existing rate was there 2.5% and now it has become 1.88%. Then same way, if you are selling the timber obtained by any other mode, means other than the forest list, then you need to collect TCS. So for that also the rates are same, 2.5%, now it has become 1.88%. The next is any other forest produce, not being a timber or tendu leaves. For that also actually the rate is the same only. Existing rate was there 2.5% and now it has reduced to 1.88%. Then next is sale of scrap. So if you are selling any scrap to the party, then you need to collect TCS. So for that existing rate was there 1% and now it has become 0.75%. Then next is minerals being coal or lignite or iron ore. Whenever you are selling the mineral, then you need to collect the TCS at the rate of 1%, which was their existing rate, and now it has reduced to 0.75%. Now next section is 206C, subsection 1C. So which is basically applicable for the government when they are granting the license for parking lot or toll plaza or mining or quarrying. So for that, first one is the parking lot. So whenever they are granting the license or lease for the parking lot, then existing rate was there 2% and now it has reduced to 1.5%. Same way if they are granting license of toll plaza, then existing rate was there 2% and now it has become 1.5%. And same way in the mining also, it was there 2% and now it has become 1.5%. Then next section is 206C, subsection 1F, which is talks about the sale of motor vehicle about 10 lakh. So this is applicable for all the dealers who are selling the motor vehicle. So if you are selling any motor vehicle more than 10 lakhs, then you need to collect a TCS under this section. So what is the rate? So existing rate was there 1% and now it has become 0.75%. So friends, thank you very much for being with us. Don't forget to subscribe our channel to get updates like this in the area of taxation. And if you really feel worth watching this video, then please press like button with which our motivation will be increased. And if you think that this video is helpful for your friends or colleagues, then please share with them also.